Hello, on December 25th, 2022. This is a Christmas Day special with a Hong Kong-based guest that I've admired for many, many years. Miss Carmen Chan is a senior district manager for the biggest wealth management and financial services organization in the world, AIA International Limited. And for the past 16 years, she's been a member of the highly coveted $1 Million Roundtable, which represents people at the top 5% of producers within a particular country. I'm really eager to learn something about the career pathway of our special guest, Miss Carmen Chan. Welcome to Success Tips Global.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Everett. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Now, let's begin with the profession itself. When we talk about wealth management and financial services, who needs these kinds of services?
Well, basically everyone. Basically everyone from all walks of life. Well, it's true.
Okay.
Starting, a baby, first-born baby until the end.
Yeah.
Because financial services is like basically risk management, retirement planning, education fund, and savings planning. All these. So is everyone will have to face these kind of things during different stages of life. So it's basically everyone. Yeah.
Okay. So, but when you approach people and suggest to them that they need these kinds of services, is there any resistance, or do people readily agree that they need these services?
Of course. I would say this business is just like a religion. It's like we have to preach. Why I say that? We are talking about some intangible things, right? Talking about risk.
Okay.
Talking about getting old. Talking about you need some money later on, and you have to save in advance, right? So people might not see these risk or the scenario they will face in the future. So we have to tell them in advance. Otherwise, I would say everyone will have these kind of things later stage, right? But talking about like critical illness or health issues, everyone will get sick, no matter it's a small or big kind of things. But then if they don't have like medical insurance, critical illness, then they will be their own insurance, right? So if you can leverage the risk with another company, that would be better resources for you to plan ahead.
Okay. So how did you get into this business?
Well, long time. I have been in the field for, this year is my 19 years already.
Wow.
Before that, I first joined in the year of SARS, 2003. At that time, I was working in a very large company, a Fortune 500 US-based company. Everyone knows, is Kodak, the film, the Kodak moments, right? It's a very good company, big company. But at that time, I foresee that the industry might have a decline, or some challenges. So I knew that I started to have a change in my career, and at that time it's SARS, right? A lot of people started wearing masks. But I read the newspaper. Still, I see this kind of field, industry, financial planning, still have growth. So I started to think, why the economy was so bad? Why financial planning, wealth management still had this kind of growth? And I knew that people need all this planning in good times and good times. So I was thinking about, what's the difference between job and career? So start to think about long-term career.
So in the initial phases, what was it like? Was it difficult, or was there a training program that allowed it to make it easy for you?
Yeah, it was always the challenges, like because you change your field suddenly and starting all over again from scratch. Because before I work in Kodak, I already had a very good position, and have a network of clients, and I have to give up all these and start a new career. and build a network all over again, you know, using my own network and, you know, everything. So, but AIA is a very good company. They offer all kinds of training, the in-house training and also on-the-job training.
Okay.
So we can actually follow the training program to start. But I would say most importantly is you get to the market and see people and meet people and talk to them. That's more important. I would say about 70%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, since you've been in the profession for a certain length of time, you must obviously like some things about it. So what are some of the things you like about being in this profession?
There's a lot of things that I enjoyed about the field, although I face challenges all the time, because I have a team too. I have a team about like 25 people in my team.
Okay.
I would say the most enjoyable things in my field is I have a chance to taste life.
Okay.
To meet all people. For example, Everett, you're one of the friends I know. Actually, we met in Toastmaster, right?
Yes.
But it's because of this field, we can have, you know, this kind of sharing in the Zoom, right? So every day I have to, you know, meet people and help them and get to enjoy, you know, the challenges, the life that I have now, because this is a field that you have to excel yourself every day. Otherwise, if you don't have growth, if you are not a good person and not a good positive person, you cannot get through all these challenges. And in the end, it's actually you have to know the needs of the customer and help them. And I have lots of friends from all walks of life, rich people, poor people, elderly, kids, you know, all kinds of, you know, different stages of life of people. Yeah.
Well, not everybody is able to become a leader. What qualities do you think helped you to become a leader in this field?
Well, that's a big topic. To be a leader, yeah, not easy, but everyone can be a leader. Okay. But first of all, you have to think about long term, because it's human nature. You have to think about short term. Like what I mean is like a job, right? You put the effort. You want to have the fruits, like money in money terms or other reward. You want to have it immediately, right? But leader, we often will see long term thing, which what I mean is you won't get the reward immediately. You might get it later on or maybe few years later. That's one thing. Think about long term. Secondly, you have to communicate with people and help them to succeed. And what you have learned, you can pass or share your skills with them and help people. A leader is a giver. Give first, give extensively first, and then get the things reward later. Don't know when, but you will have it. And the other one is you have to mindset that you have to help people. And in the end, you help yourself too. Right? And one more point is a leader is also a good follower. Because you cannot lead if you don't know how to follow other people.
Well, I also know that you are a talented artist.
Oh, thank you. These are my hobbies.
So how did you begin in this pursuit of art?
I always had a sense of, you know, differentiate about, you know, what is good about color, shapes, and the environment. I think I started to have this kind of sense when I was only a small kid, like 3 or 4 years old. Yeah, I knew that how to match clothes. I already got some fashion sense. I know what is good to put on the people, different shape, you know, thin or fat. I know how to, well, that's what I think, how to dress well. And most importantly, I think I have a curiosity about life. When I was a small kid, I like to experience about the environment. You know, you look for like this the stuff besides you, the environment, the people, the things. You have to have a sense of everything and be curious about the environment about you and the people around you. And
Well,
yeah, and after that, when a few years ago, I joined some kind of formal training in Christie's. And started to learn like art history, and I often go to exhibitions. Small or big exhibitions. I go many exhibitions, different kind. Yeah.
Well, your art seems to be of international quality. Do you exhibit in galleries?
Sorry, what
do you
gallery?
exhibit? Do you do exhibitions?
Yeah, I plan to having a small exhibition with my teacher and friends. Actually, I have been learning Chinese calligraphy and Chinese painting for a long time. Chinese painting for I think about 10 years already, but it's because I'm so busy, then I just having class maybe a few times a month. But I keep these hobbies in my life because and I will have an exhibition in January with some fellow friends and students and my teacher in the Tsim Sha Tsui Cultural Center, Hong Kong. Well, it's so exciting.
Yeah. Wonderful. Okay, so let me ask, if you have the talent as an artist, what can an art teacher teach you that can help make you better?
What can an art teacher teach me? Oh, Everett, you are a teacher too. I often think teachers can teach, sometimes cannot teach students, and what they can pass to students is their wisdom and their value. Of course, I think teachers they already have very good skills and knowledge in their field, right? But what we can remember is the value and what they have taught us, about some conversations, some communications between the students and the teachers, and that's how we can remember.
Yeah. Okay. I know I loved living in Hong Kong very much, but what do you like about living in Hong Kong?
Well, I love Hong Kong so much. Yeah. Even if we have been facing a lot of challenges here. I love Hong Kong's people being so flexible, so fast, so convenient. I just had an experience buying a new TV. My TV, I had to buy a new one a few days ago. So I bought it like on Thursday, and then I got the new TV on Saturday, and all installed and all set up, and everything fixed.
Wow.
In Hong Kong, it's so fast. In a couple of days, you can manage everything. And just calling people, they will come immediately on the same day. I think that's not something we can have in other countries. That's why, right? And so convenient, so fast. And Hong Kong people so flexible. And we know how to, adjust things, different things. And Hong Kong, I love Hong Kong food. You've been here, we have Chinese food, Western food, all types of foods. Cheap, expensive, fine dining, different types. I like the food here. And also in Hong Kong, one thing, in a very short distance, within 30 minutes, 1 hour maximum, you can enjoy, the ocean, the peak, right? And then you can go to a very busy area for shopping, for dinner. It's so fast. Hong Kong, the transportation and everything within a same area. You can just travel and taste lots of different stuff.
Well, when I ask about recommendations to places foreigners might visit, the Peak always comes up. Are there other places that you would recommend?
The Peak. I would say go to some small islands in Hong Kong, like Quanzhou. I go to Central. There's a ferry, stations. You can get the ferry to different small islands. And then so different feeling already, because from Central so busy, many people, and then 1 hour and then you get to the islands, enjoy slower pace and the sea, and the old Hong Kong, and the seafood, the beach, and you can walk, do some hiking. So just go to Chanzhou, Pingzhou, many different small islands in Hong Kong, and also can enjoy shoppings too. Go to Mong Kok area, Prince Edward, lots of shoppings. I enjoy, and I really enjoy the streets in Hong Kong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about traveling outside of Hong Kong. You are well traveled.
Yeah.
So can you talk about one or two places in the world that had a strong impression on you?
Well, actually, I studied in Vancouver before
for
a few years, university. But if for your questions, I would say I like Japan the most, and also Paris the most. A lot of places I enjoy, but Japan, I think you know better than me. Japan is so neat and clean and nice people, so gentle, so polite, and so safe, right? So we all appreciate the Japan people, Japanese. They're so they have the skills, and they're so persistent and have the very detail oriented, very polite. So I like Japan the most. And Paris, okay, Paris, I've been there for a few times, and I just like the pace of the city, the people there, because Paris, lots of fashion shows, and I like Paris people being so carefree. They don't have to wear the brand, clothes, but then they have a sense of, the fashion. They know how to dress well. It's so casual, and they have their own style. Even female or male, kids, they have their own style. Yeah, I like Paris a lot. Yeah.
Great. Well, since you mentioned Vancouver, I lived in Vancouver for more than 10 years near UBC.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So what
That's
was your
nice.
experience like? Yeah.
Vancouver is a very nice place. Like the weather there, although in winter it's quite cold, as far as I can remember, but the scenery is just awesome. Like you can go skiing and go to the mountain hiking. So beautiful. The Stanley Park, right? And just the people there are so nice and casual, educated, and very helpful too. I like the weather and the scenery in Vancouver, and lots of good food too in Vancouver. Yeah.
Great. Okay, so let's talk about communication. Since we met at Toastmasters, what got you involved in Toastmasters?
I met a friend before, and he was a seasoned Toastmasters. So he introduced me to join the meeting. So yeah, I guess public speaking is one of very sometimes you feel stressed about speaking in front of people, right? That's normal, but you have to tackle that. And you have a chance to get to know more friends there. But if you ask me about what's important about communication, I would say that's the most important part in life to me, because even if a person is professional guy, doctors, lawyers, they have their own expertise about the professions, from different fields, right? But if they don't know how to communicate with people, then their success may be limited. So communication to me is an art, and everyone has to master this art, because if you can convey a message in a simple way, you know all this kind of stuff, and then you can convey in a very simple, direct way, and let people understand you. That's a very good talent. And if you can polish your communication to communicate with different kinds of people, you have big success. Big success. Yeah, that's not an easy, to me, that's not an easy thing. But slowly we can polish, and big success will come if you can communicate, master communication. Yeah.
Okay, so somebody might look at you with a very clear path in your career and say, wow, this is amazing. But some people are very confused about what to do. What advice would you give to young people who don't know what they want to do? What would you tell them?
Okay, for young people, once they start to work, they have to know their goal. Like, for example, in short-term goal, medium-term, and long-term, right? Of course, the income level and the field they want to get into, and the things that and they enjoy and the passion they have. So they have to first know themselves first before getting to a field. Of course, this is kind of ideal, but think about these kind of questions first. And to be frank, financial planning might not be my interests and hobbies before. I guess no one would say, oh, I really want to do insurance or risk planning before, right? Because it's kind of intangible and you don't know how to advance this. But I know this field is a very good career because I would say this is a fair business. So what do you think fair? I mean, fair is in the end, you will get your reward and result because of this business, because this is kind of an entrepreneur business. And you have to learn your skills and polish different kinds of skills like knowledge and communication and all kinds of things, right? So what I say in the end, the structure will allow you to enjoy the things that you expected. And I wouldn't be affected by economy. Even wouldn't be much affected by COVID. COVID is very serious, right? A lot of fields being affected by COVID. But even in my field, I can just reach out to people. Even in COVID, people learn about the challenge about health and all kinds of risk. The biggest things is these few years people cannot even live in their home, right? But in my career, I can still manage my own time schedule. And because I have been here for many years, I have the passive income already. So the new business is just another source of income. I really have a good foundation. So talking about the new joiners, the young people, so they have to separate. Maybe if you can do a job, a career, because of your hobbies, that's good. That's good. But sometimes might not get the income that you expected. Sometimes you can, but then you have to find a profession. Something, of course, you have to like it too. You find a ways to like it. For example, my career, I might not know exactly how it was before, but I enjoy meeting people, right? I enjoy the chance that I can be able to improve my communications. I enjoy, I have the curiosity about different things. And in my career, I have the chance to reaching out. So that this kind of side rewards I can have because of my own field. So, and most importantly is financial planning, talking about how you can help people get the claims, savings money, having education fund, retirement planning. And I really satisfied about, everyone will get ill. And even myself, I got cancer. I got cancer 10 years before.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yes, but you can't tell if I don't tell you, right? It's because I have this critical illness planning, so that I can have better option
Right.
to choose doctors, to choose the medical facilities, and I wouldn't worry about too worry about don't having enough income during that time. So that's very important. I come across many different cases of helping my clients to have better resources when they get ill. So that's all kinds of advantages I can taste in my career, and I didn't aware before.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be passionate and be persistent in what you are doing, and ask the people around you, like the mentors and the teachers and friends, and get to know more about yourself first, and then do something. Get the advice from people and do something that fits you. I study psychology and social science in my undergraduate. Later, I got my MBA too. But when I finished my university, I was thinking, oh, I might be a social worker or something like, from the government to help people. But when I applied the jobs after university, no companies, gave me the offer about social worker. But there was one incident when I left Vancouver, right? I was having a Jeep. This car, the Jeep, I thought it's so cool. The black special edition Suzuki Jeep. And I was, having a ride with my friend, a guy, and then I remember that incident. After half an hour, I was with him. I was driving, and then because I needed to sell my car, and then after that 30 minutes, he took my car. Took my car because I was sharing with him, what was good about the car, because he was sharing to me. He wanted to buy a sport car, not a Jeep, a sport car. But then I was talking to him, okay, what is good about this car? How this car, was suitable for you, what is good about it. And then after 40 minutes, he decided to buy my car. And then he said one thing to me. He said, Carmen, you would be a very good salesman, consultant maybe. Yeah. Because I got the talent of, seeing what's the good about things and the people and how this can suit people. So I guess that's one thing about communication. So why I say this example is maybe other people will tell you what is your talents. Right. Maybe you didn't know yourself very clearly, right? But let other people give you more advice and before you choosing the job and career. Very good point. So the final question is, what's your wish for the coming year? What my wish? Wow, that's a big question. For the environment, for the things around, I really think, I hope people can be healthy. Well, that's so cliche, but it's true. If you don't have good health, you cannot do anything. And I want people to be happy. Find your inner happiness. Okay. So how I find my happiness. Sometimes you have so much stress, and especially I have friends having anxiety, depression. I'm not sure, Everett, you have like friends experience these kind of things, right? Because of COVID and the economy. But still, you can still find your happiness doing exercise, get to see the world, going out to meet friends, reading books, and do some meditation. Still, you can find your happiness. Right. And for my career, for my job, I hope I can help more people to succeed, to get to know themselves more, to enjoy life, to enjoy the career. They may not have the success immediately, but if you are in the right direction, they will have it. I have strongly believed that everyone can excel themselves and find the happiness if you are in the right direction. Meaning meeting right people in the right place,
Right.
going the right direction. Free rice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. The people around you really influence you, so you have to mingle with right people too. So my career, I hope that I can be a district director in AIA. Right now we have like, well, a lot of people. You can't believe in Hong Kong only 19,000 of people in a company, the frontline producers, like different titles. And I hope I can be promoted to be district director, which is one of very important milestone. A lot of people in AIA, there are only 260 to 70 people can get into this title. So I hope I can achieve it in one year, or I hope very soon.
Yeah.
But that's very challenging, not easy. But well, that's life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so very much for taking the time on this holiday to
thank
talk with
you.
me. Yeah, it's been a great, it's been wonderful listening to you.
It's very meaningful, and I like, well, very special to see you, Everett. And I hope you have a very healthy, happy, fruitful life in Japan.
Thank you.
Also, you can achieve your goal and dreams in coming years.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
And I hope to visit you in Japan.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks
Bye
a lot.
for now.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.